watching a beginner's guide to video editing in Photoshop with Tracy Marr. In this lesson, let's take a look at how we can set up the workspace in Photoshop for the purpose of video editing, and then let's look at how we can add a video to that workspace so that we can start to work on it. Okay, so you'll see that the default workspace for Photoshop is typically Essentials. If you click on the window, you'll see there's an option for various other workspaces. Because we're working with video, we'll choose Motion, and that will show up the features and panels that are specific to our work with video. So you can see that we've got information here about our video, we've got adjustments and so on, but we've also got, most importantly, the timeline here. And the timeline is where we will do most of the video editing work within Photoshop. Okay, so let me now show you how you can add a video to this workspace. There are two ways to do this. The first way is to click File and Add New. You'll see there are various presets here if you click on the preset option. Let's choose the film and video preset. You can then choose the size depending on the purpose that your video will serve. I'm going to stick with the HD 1080 and click OK. So now that we have our video on the canvas, we can go ahead and create a video timeline. We can then add a video to the timeline by clicking on the film icon here, and we can choose Add Media. We can then add our video by clicking on it and selecting Open, and Photoshop will then add the video directly to the timeline. You can see that our video is here on the timeline now, but Photoshop has also created a video group for us. You can see that the background layer is there and the video file. So let's remove the background layer by deleting that, and you can see that the video that we've imported has now moved to the first frame of our timeline. So that's one way to add a video to your workspace. Let me close that and show you a second way that's a lot easier. We can simply select the video that we want, and you can just drag it onto the canvas here in Photoshop. Once you've done that, Photoshop will automatically interpret the values associated with the video. So this is a 1080 video. You can also see that it's got the frame rate here, and it's added it to the timeline quite neatly without the background issue that we had there in the previous method. Okay, so that's all you need to do to get started. So in the next video, we'll look at working with all the options on the timeline.